What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave your comments below. Now, today I'm going to be talking about BMF, the Black Mafia Family, the new show that's going to be airing on Starz. Now, a lot of people just wanted to know my thoughts on this new show. Last week I put up the picture of pretty much it airing on Starz, and a lot of people commented and said they can't wait for the show. I can't wait for the show. It's going to be produced by 50 Cent. He actually got Big Meech's approval of the show, and right now they're working on it. Right now they're working on the show. 50 Cent, he said out of his own mouth that he believes this show will be bigger than Power. I mean, of course you got to say that because he don't want to not promote the show, so he's going to make people watch. But the thing about this show that is true, and that's why a lot of people can't wait to watch it, because this is a true story of the Black Mafia family. Now, this is just my thoughts on it. And also, if you don't know anything about the Black Mafia family, you can go on Netflix right now, even on YouTube. They got the documentary up. You can get a little insight on their story, just in case you don't know anything about it. That way, when the show airs, you kind of be caught up on what's going on and how everything started off. But it's a whole lot of information, but it shouldn't take you that long to catch up on the gist of what's going on. But my thoughts on it, man, I think this show will be great. I believe they need to take their time with the show and start from the very beginning, because their whole operation started in the late 80s. So if they can go back, start from the late 80s and take their time, because they probably can do, I mean, in all honesty, they can do some stuff. I want to say, I don't know, about 5 seasons. They could do 5 seasons if they wanted to. If they took their time, they could. But we got to wait and see what they want to do, how fast they want to push the content out. Do they really want to take their time with it? I would take my time describing the stories and how everything was broken down. Now you got Demetrius and Terry. These two guys is from Detroit. And shout out to everybody from Detroit. A lot of people looked up to these guys, man. A lot of people look up to them right now. These the kingpins in the drug game, people looked up to these people, man. And like people like Rick Ross, when they was at their height, people like Rick Ross, Big Meech, the list goes on and on of how many drug kingpins it was. Like even like the Cats and Cocaine Cowboys. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. For some reason, it's something about kingpins that inspires people from the hood. They love drug lords, even though we know that the shit is gonna end bad. It's just that fact that, damn, he came up from nothing and made all this money. You know what I'm saying? He hustled from rags to riches and became so big. Wasn't caught, but eventually, you know what I'm saying, they got caught. But it's just that story, because we understand where they came from. You know what I'm saying? We know drugs ain't cool, you know what I'm saying, selling them, whatever, but people don't care, man. They got to get their money. It's just a hustle. They got to do what they got to do. They feel like they can't go out and get a job. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get this money. They ain't trying to be struggling forever. So their mindset is a little bit different than the average person. But like I said, if they take their time with this show, it can be great. Very great. Now, a lot of people going to say, man, these guys, they all got caught. They was doing too much. And, in my opinion, I believe it was a combination of everything, of how these guys got caught. You know what I'm saying? A combination of everything. And the investigation was over a numerous of years. The FBI, they've been, you know what I'm saying, investigating these guys since the early 90s. They ain't just start like in the 2000s. They've been investigating them, getting small evidence year after year, year after year. And they started to get a lot more evidence on Black Mafia family once they started to go to like legalize their business with actually making Black Mafia family entertainment and they had the artist Blue Da Vinci. You know, they had Jeezy. I think he was a part of it for a little bit. Fabulous or whatever. They did some promotional shit with those guys. But Blue Da Vinci, the rapper, was the face of their entertainment company, and they was gonna use that to pretty much clean their money or whatever. They had billboards in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It's people I done seen people say, look, we seen those billboards. They had billboards in Atlanta, had Black Mafia Family, The World Is Yours. You know what I'm saying? You knew some shit was going on. If you got Black Mafia Family billboard and that says the world is yours, come on, you already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? That's that Scarface shit right there. That's that Scarface shit right there. But like I said, a combination of just being entirely too loud. You know what I'm saying? Frank Lucas said it best. You can't be flashy, because once you're flashy, that's when you start to, make mistakes, and then you have people looking at you. So you got Terry, who was supposed to be the smart brother, right? He was the smart brother, the low-key brother, didn't want to be all flashy and loud. You had Demetrius, who was Big Meech. He's the one it's the flashy one. He wanted to show what he had, all the girls, the jewelry, the cars, the clothes, all that shit. He wanted to flash. And Terry, apparently, he even said it out of his mouth. He said he think that Big Meech, Demetrius, is going to lead to their downfall, right? He said this because Terry went off to California. We know this. For the guys, people that don't, their establishment got so big, and once they hit like the late 2000s, it got very big. The two separated. Whereas Demetrius Big Meech, he operated out of Atlanta. Terry went off to California. He operated out of California. He was close to the cartel, the Mexican cartels. So they both separated. It was on two different sides of the country. Demetrius Big Meech was entirely too flashy. We know this. Terry was low key, but he had a weakness of being on the telephone entirely too much and talking about entirely too much shit. He's on the cell phone talking about his own brother, about how he's too flashy, how he's gonna get him caught, and all this bullshit. And the police is wiretapping everything there he's saying. So it's a combination of that, a combination of them pulling all these guys over. I mean, the Black Mafia Family had over 150 members. Even way more than that. I mean, it was from Ohio, Detroit, Atlanta, California, pretty much the whole Midwest. You had the Black Mafia Family. These guys went from selling cocaine bags of cocaine on the block to kilos. They had cartel connects. So it's a big story. Like I said, if you guys want to know a little bit more about them, just watch the Netflix special. It'll give you a little bit more insight on what's going on. But I'm just putting this out there just to let you guys know that I believe this story is going to be great. They already got the outline, the pilot outline papers from Starz. It's official. Like, this show is going to happen. But like I said, in my opinion, the downfall came from everybody, because over all this period of time, the police was bringing in people, the FBI was bringing in people, questioning them, and people was snitching. Yes, people was telling. They was telling. I think Blue Da Vinci, I'm not saying he told her anything, but I'm pretty sure that he did 4 years. He had to do 4 years just because he was associated with these guys. And then they gave Big Meech and Terry, I believe, 30 years. They're not getting out until like 2032 or some shit. But these guys was looked up by people in the hood as legends, man. Because they went from nothing to something. And the thing about it, they was right there. They was right there in the same hood, didn't leave, flashy, showing everything that they had, and that was one of their weaknesses. But the whole operation was great on how they was hiding drugs in the cars, doing shit that people didn't see like that. Now, if you deep in the drug game, the whole stashing drugs in the cars ain't nothing new to you. It ain't shit new to you, especially the Mexican cartels. Stashing cocaine in cars has been around for a long time. A long time. If you guys, like I said, if you want to know more about the whole drug shit, go watch Cocaine Cowboys 2. Watch Freeway Ricky Ross's story, Frank Lucas's story. It's a lot of shit. Not to say they has anything connected to this, but it just gives you a little bit more information on how the drug game was ran and how it all started. But this is just my thoughts on the series. I think it's going to be a great series. I don't want to. I'm kind of going back and forth on how good the series is going to be, and then going back and forth on the story. I just think it's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? If you have any thoughts, comments, leave it below. Let me know, what do you think of the Black Mafia Family? Going to be produced by 50 Cent. Hopefully they take their time. They started from the late 80s and just tell the story on how it all started and how it all ended. But like I said, once this series starts, I will be reviewing it every week, breaking it down, giving you the best content that I possibly can give. But this is just for you guys. Y'all wanted me to give y'all my thoughts on this series, and here it is. But leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of it. Shout out to Detroit, because these legends, man, these are legends in the street, man. Shout out to the Midwest. But it's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.
I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work, hallelujah, one nation, under God, real niggas getting money from the fucking stars. I think I'm Big Meech.